Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to another episode of Smart Assets, where we will get into digital assets, blockchain news, and more. My name is Ryan Kenton. I'm better well known as on the Web3 space. Evdog, how about you? How are you doing tonight?
Doing well. Another Wednesday, another Smart Asset show. Unfortunately, Ivan is out on a secret mission. He might be phoning in. We'll have to wait and see where he is on that secret mission. He's supposed to be.
Let me check this.
Got to check in with home base. He's got to check in with home base. We'll have to see what he's up to this evening down at Art Basel, having a good time, holding it down for ACA crew. But yeah, we're here. We're going to be sharing some awesome developments within the Web3 space, some things that we're keeping an eye on, some things that we personally are excited about. Obviously, nothing shared on this show is financial advice. We're just up here sharing things that we think are fun and interesting and maybe a little bit of alpha that you guys could act upon or not. It's up to you. We're just up here sharing it with you guys. But we're excited for another Wednesday show and some awesome topics to hop into tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that, Mr. Kenton. Do we want to get kicked off with a little rundown of some of the things that we're going to be talking about, and then we can hop in?
Yeah, absolutely. You've been really well said there, Evan. Really well said. Yeah, and I just reached out to Ivan. We're going to see when he's ready. But he should be ready soon. I think we might have a couple of things happening. We're not quite sure. A couple of things happening from down in Art Basel. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right. Yes. Let's get things kicked off. We can talk about what is happening, market highlights in the news. We're going to get into some gaming tonight as well. We're going to talk about Illuvium, which is a huge game, in my opinion, to come out in the Web3 space. They're going to be doing a partnership with Team Liquid, which is a huge League of Legends team. Very excited to see that esports franchise team up with Illuvium to do streams and collaborations, and it should bring a lot of eyes to the game. So we will go through Illuvium so you can see some of the gameplay. Of course, they have their own NFTs, they have their own coin, so there's a lot to talk about there. Evdog, what did you have on the docket for us tonight? Anything on your side?
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be talking a little about a bit about Amazon Prime and what they're giving away for free this time around. They've been partnering with lots of Web3 projects to give away free assets so that you can kind of get a head start on these games and get some assets under your belt. We're going to be talking about how Amazon Prime is giving away Gods Unchained card packs this time around. We're also going to be doing a little update on Liberty Square, one of my personal favorite collections. We're going to be talking a little bit about what some of the things that they're working on are and maybe some alpha there that you might not want to miss. And we're also going to be talking a little bit about game studios kind of realizing where blockchain stands with gamers and what some of the things that they're doing are to try and introduce and slowly lead into this new era of blockchain gaming that we all know is coming down the pipe, but a lot of these gamers are not as excited about. So we're just kind of keeping our fingers on the pulse there, and we're going to be talking about an article that was written on that topic tonight. But other than that, let's hop into the market highlights if you're ready, Mr. Kenton.
Let's do it. Guys, if you're following along and you're enjoying the content you're watching, please smash that like button and consider reposting this video. We're on X, Twitch, and YouTube right now, so wherever you're watching, definitely appreciate any shares. But yeah, we can get into the market. We can get into what is happening. Actually, before we get into those highlights, I just thought about something. I do want to do a little concentration here on Bitcoin. Guys, we've seen an awesome week for Bitcoin. A really, really awesome week. So I wanted to bring this up, showcase that Bitcoin is just under $44,000 right now. And of course, it hit $44,000 earlier today. $44,265 Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been in the news. It's been on CNBC. They're talking about us. I know you've seen it too, Evdog.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's wild that we're back in the press for good reason right now with Bitcoin hitting its highs for this year. These are highs for 2023, and that's why it's been in the news again. So yeah, 44,000 was great to see. The fact that it's holding just under that, I think, is super bullish. Right now, it shows red because it's dipped down from that high earlier today. But over the last week or so, we have just seen so much growth, even just from Bitcoin alone. So yeah, December has done well for Bitcoin. December has done very well. A couple other things to concentrate on are Ethereum. Ethereum's high was $2,307. That was just earlier today as well. Ethereum right now is at a price of $2,268 on average. Ethereum saw a little run up as well. It went up from what, FDog? I'd say about $2,000 to $2,300, where it just fell short of, now to $2,245.
Yeah, we're sitting nice and comfortably above that $2,200 mark. I think this is a very healthy place for Ethereum. You know, obviously, we're comparing to previous bull run all-time highs of, you know, 4,700, you know, $5,000. So both Bitcoin and Ethereum are chilling very nicely off of their previous all-time highs from the last bull run, and I think it's looking very healthy going into 2024 here.
Oh, this is good. It's like a little market forecast section of this. We don't do this typically, but I wanted to run through the prices because we've seen such growth from Bitcoin over the past week, since 2 weeks ago when we were on Smart Assets talking about it.
Yep.
So nothing else necessarily huge happening. I think Bitcoin was the strongest performer recently, or at least ate up all of the media attention recently. So yeah, wanted to showcase that there. Let's get into some news. We'll get into some news, and you'll hear from FDog and I what we think about some of the nonsense, as I like to say, that is happening in the Web3 space. I want to talk about Terra founder Do Kwon. So Do Kwon appeals against the extradition to South Korea and the United States. So basically, they're trying to figure out what to do with Do Kwon. He was the founder of Terra, which crashed last year. It was an awful incident in the crypto space and left a lot of people begging for help. I know that the repercussions of all that are still not tied up, and people do want to see Do Kwon brought to justice. But in this case, Do Kwon is appealing the extradition that the Montenegrin court is serving him. So they're not sure if he's going to be going to South Korea or the United States, where they're expecting him to be extradited to. But they're going to be deciding on that, and that'll be one of the next pieces of news that we hear about this. So wanted to bring this up just because we've been watching since the Terra Luna crash, Do Kwon and what he's doing. He is going to seemingly be brought to justice. I guess we'll just have to see how quickly that happens and where that justice happens, if it's going to be in the United States or if it's going to be in South Korea. Do Kwon has specifically said before that he would like to be sent to South Korea. But I don't know. If he's sent to the U.S., things could get ugly. Things could get really ugly for him. Ev, any thoughts on this? I know we only follow up on this time to time, but just another development in the whole Do Kwon scandal.
Yeah, I mean, Do Kwon has always been known to be a bit of a frivolous guy. I think he thinks that he would get a little bit better treatment in South Korea, which is possible. I don't know much about South Korean prison or jails, but I know the U.S. isn't too harsh on people that are, especially with financial crimes. But obviously, everyone knows who Do Kwon is. You know, even most traditional people that are in the TradFi space know who Do Kwon is at this point, knows of Terra Luna and the collapse that happened. So we'll have to wait and see. But, you know, obviously I just hope that he gets brought to justice, as he should, because just like SBF, he hurt many, many, many people. So it's good to see that those people are brought behind bars and do their time as they should.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be a good look. We saw them take care of Sam Bankman-Fried. We got to see if they can take care of Do Kwon now. Actually, SBF, whatever happened with that? That's a whole other subject to follow up on sometime. It's a whole other subject.
We'll have to dive back in at some point.
We gotta find the news on it though. All right, second piece in market highlights I wanted to get to: Dogecoin. Dogecoin has seen a great last couple of days. That's because it was Dogecoin's 10th anniversary. It was a decade of Dogecoin just yesterday, and the popular meme coin celebrated their 10th anniversary, subsequently pumping 10% in a day. I don't know what it was for 10, 10, 10, but yeah, they really got it here. They really got it here with this decade celebration for them. Of course, news is pretty straightforward. just that Dogecoin had a run up by 10%. Now it is at 10 cents, and they are celebrating 10 years of Dogecoin. So pretty fitting all around. Wanted to mention this just because Dogecoin doesn't necessarily get all of the attention that it should, I feel, especially being a top 20 coin and typically top 10. Yeah, number 9 right now. Number 9 for Dogecoin. $13.64 billion market cap. Dogecoin deserves this. They deserve it. 10 years of it being around and it's in the top 10. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I remember when Dogecoin was trading at, a tiny, tiny fraction of a penny, and seeing where it is now, I would have never guessed back in 2017 when I learned about it. That's for sure. I would have bought a lot of it. But it's good to see that it's still around, still thriving, and it's one of the most popular coins, even though sometimes it doesn't get the attention that it deserves. I think in the bull run, it definitely will this time around. Lots of people are going to be talking about it once again. And there's a lot of interesting developments happening with the Cybertruck in Dogecoin. There's Dogecoin mentioned on the Cybertruck website from Tesla. So that's another interesting development that I don't know a whole lot about, but I've heard multiple people speaking on that. So could be an interesting thing.
See, and also X just got another payment transmitter license. We talked about that earlier today on the morning announcements for American Crypto. Jahan had brought that up, that they got a payment transmitter. So maybe they are planning to do something with Dogecoin and work it in. It's the Cybertruck, probably on X as well.
Could be a very, very big development. Something bigger than any other coin has dealt with. I mean, integrating into X, one of the biggest social platforms in the world and one of the biggest free speech platforms in the world, could be a very big move for the token, as well as just sovereign money transmission. So I'm excited to see if that actually comes to fruition someday. I know it's been talked about time and time again on Twitter Spaces, and just over the last couple of years as Elon's transitioned into this ownership of Twitter, now X. So that could be really cool. We'll have to wait and see.
Well said. Really well said. Last piece here for market highlights. By BTC, Viral League GTA 6 game trailer shills Bitcoin. So this is interesting because, number one, the GTA 6 trailer is great. I think it's great. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely look that up. Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer. It is out. The game itself will not be out until 2025, which is pretty wild. I guess they just released this a year in advance. Maybe that isn't too long. Maybe they need all this time to build up hype, but this is definitely one of the most anticipated games in the world to date. They had one of the highest rated YouTube viewing in the first 24 hours. I don't even know what
the most viewed video.
It was the most, right?
Yep.
Wow. So the most viewed YouTube video in the first 24 hours of its existence, I suppose. It's wild. Absolutely wild. Yeah, so I wanted to get into this. We can actually show a little bit of the trailer. We can share a little bit of the trailer. Let me play this. Make this big for everybody. Now, I should say it has this buy BTC thing over it the entire time. Just try to ignore it. This is how they've tagged the trailer for some reason. I don't know why, but this also was such a big leak for the crypto space because of the fact that it had this whole buy Bitcoin plug in it. I'm sure that, millions of people who weren't considering to buy Bitcoin saw this, and that still gets the message out to them. So, hey, I guess it worked.
Lucia, do you know why you're here? Bad luck, I guess.
They really make it look like such a movie.
It's so epic. I mean, this trailer is incredible. I recommend checking out. There's a lot of YouTube breakdowns of this. I definitely recommend checking some of those out too. Yeah, Mouse. They spent a lot of money developing this game. A lot of money.
The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Trust.
There it is.
GTA 6, baby. One of the most anticipated games of all time.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be.
I mean, Ivan's talking in the chat. He says that they spent $1 billion on developing and they'll make 10 times that. I mean, if they hit the in-game economy correctly on this game, and if they create systems that are perpetual royalty based, like I'm thinking they might, there is so much potential, especially with creator economies being built in. Just the fact that it's GTA. I mean, GTA 5 made so much money, and the fact that GTA 6 is now coming and is going to have so much more that's capable within the game, it's going to be huge. It's going to be gigantic.
I completely agree. I think it's funny that they put this out there with the whole buy BTC thing on it. I think that's hysterical, frankly. But
it's funny.
Overall,
it's funny seeing the normie gamers react to that hate crypto. I don't know if you've seen any of those clips, Kenton, of like streamers and stuff reacting to that overlay with buy BTC, and they're like, I ain't buying BTC. I ain't buying that crap. Blah 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 blah.
Oh no, I haven't seen this. Yeah, that makes sense though.
Yeah, they're so upset, but you can't deny the truth. You can't deny the truth.
Oh yeah, Mouse said I think they spent nearly $1 billion developing the game. Yeah, that's what Ivan was just saying. He mentioned. That's what he was.
Yeah, I mean it's highly possible that they put way more money into this game than you could ever imagine. It's going to be quite the package. It's going to be, I'm sure, a very big digital download for this game. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it continues to develop over the next year. Hopefully, we'll get more trailers. Maybe
you want to pin up Mouse's most recent comment. I think that's a really good point, saying that video games are recession proof. I think that's a great point, especially with GTA. It's like that's a game where people go in and just kind of escape into another reality. And I think that's definitely going to apply to this one as well, with campaign and online and just being able to go and blow stuff up or go fight people or go rob a bank. Like that's the idea behind it, right? Is an escape into another world.
Yeah, I heard people talking about it this morning on a space, and somebody mentioned that was kind of the point of Grand Theft Auto, was you can go in throughout the game and you could be nice to everybody. You could just go around and donate your money out. But no, you go and you do the wrong things, and you do the risky things and break the law. But this is the opportunity to get that out of your system, I suppose. And that's kind of what they were saying overall, is that people choose to do, the latter than being the good person in the game. They want to be the bad guy. But yeah, what an anticipated game. This is going to be wild to see how it just comes to life over the next year and then hits the market in 2025. And hopefully there will be crypto in it. Hopefully for us, there will be some crypto integration. I think that would just be bullish for the whole system.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the rumor, and if that's a true rumor, I mean that's gonna be game changing for so many users. Not just the people wanting to build Web3 games, but people wanting to really start to adopt them too as players. It's gonna kind of prove to everybody else that this is possible and this is sustainable. Yeah, 2025 is gonna be a big year for crypto overall, and if they integrate crypto on top of that with the world's biggest game of release of the year, like, wow. Yep.
Amazing. Shout out to Brittany. She said Art Basil's a vibe. Wish you were both here. Yeah, I do too. You too.
Yeah, it's okay. You guys are holding it down for us. Yes, we are.
Everybody's having a good time. I hope they're all having a great time down there.
You better be. If you're not down there having a great time, then what's going on? It's Miami in December. It can't get much of a better place.
Well, it's cold. It's cold, Ev Dog.
It's
That's what
very
they keep
cold.
saying.
Well, 70 degrees, Kenton. That's what they keep saying is cold.
70 degrees during the day, and then it's going to be down to like
Oh.
55 at night.
I'd take 55 all day, every day, but that's
Okay, it's much warm. That's still much warmer than what I'm dealing with locally here.
I'd be outside in a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. All right. Sorry, let's keep it moving. Ev, I know you've got some stuff you want to talk about.
Yeah, let's hop over to some alpha for anyone that is an Amazon Prime user. And if you're into Web3 gaming, this might be some alpha for you. Let me share my screen here. So one of the most popular Web3 games to have been released to date is called Gods Unchained. This is a game that is being built out on Immutable X, a very fun card trading and I guess what kind of game is that? I'm trying to think. A game
TCG?
auto battler?
An auto battler?
No, I don't think it's an auto battler.
Is it like Yu-Gi-Oh or is it like Illuvium?
It's closer to Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. Let me just.
It's a card game.
It's a card game. So basically, they're giving out card packs for this NFT game, Gods Unchained. If you haven't heard of it, definitely look into it on Immutable X. But basically, they have partnered up with Amazon Prime Gaming for monthly rewards. So this is going to contain 5 core packs and 1 core domain pack for Prime subscribers to claim. This is going to be going on for 6 months with a new collection of in-game content for each month. So if you claim once a month for the next 6 months, you're going to get 6 card packs, which is actually a pretty good deal considering you're already paying for Amazon Prime for free, and this is just some bonuses on top of that. This is something that I think will be very attainable for people. If you're new to the game, if you're looking to explore some of these other Web3 games, this might be a good avenue for you to go and get yourself some free cards and start yourself into the game. But they also, we've talked about Mojo Melee on here. We've talked about Brawlers. My Pet Hooligan also has an offer. So Amazon is really starting to open up their doors to this Web3 gaming movement within this Amazon Prime claims system. So I think that this is honestly a really good way to slowly kind of nudge gamers in that direction. It's like, here's something for free. Go check it out. You might as well because we're giving it to you. And there's a lot of possibilities on the horizon with that. So I think that this is a step in the right direction for onboarding new gamers into the Web3 space. And I think that there is a lot of potential for this to continue with newer games, with some bigger games as well. Obviously, some of these games are kind of small. This is the first one that I think almost everyone has heard of. If you're in the Web3 space, if you've been in the Web3 space for more than a year, you've probably heard of Gods Unchained, considering it is one of the biggest games on Immutable. So I think this is just really cool, and I definitely recommend to go in and claim it if you can. It's free stuff, and it could hold some value down the line after the 6-month period is up. And once players start kind of flooding into the Web3 space via these games. So just a little alpha for you guys to share tonight. If you've gone through and claimed before, you know the process. But if not, you log in through Twitch. You'll connect your Amazon Prime account. And there is like a loot section where you can go in and claim and do the necessary steps to claim through Twitch with your Amazon Prime account connected. So that's a pretty awesome little piece of alpha that I've got for you guys tonight. Do we want to hop over to Illuvium as we're on this gaming topic, Mr. Kenton?
Yeah, if you want, it'll take just 10 minutes or so to do it quick. Okay. You want to go through it now?
Sure, if you want to.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it. All right. We're going to go through some gaming footage live. I don't know if I'll win, because this game has a very steep learning curve. But I mentioned this at the beginning of the show, Illuvium. I want to talk about it real quick. They've got a lot going on with their token. I have a friend who actually owns a decent amount of the Illuvium tokens. They're very bullish on it. Illuvium themselves just launched on the Epic Games Store last week, I believe it was. Yeah, just last week. And they've had streamers come out and start streaming the game. They just had a deal go through with Team Liquid, who you might be familiar with if you are someone who knows what League of Legends is. Team Liquid has a great League of Legends team, that esports franchise. And now they're going to be working with Illuvium. So this will be very interesting for this Web3 game. Let me bring this all up, and I'm going to share my screen. There we go. All right. This is Illuvium. So I want to show some kind of like cinematic display of the fighting. I want to show how the fighting works. You guys can see the game and how it plays out. Ev, let me know if it's ever lagging too bad, please, and we'll do something about it, hopefully. So anyway, how it works is you assemble a team of alluvials. These are my alluvials that I've ascended. And you put them all together. You have items to power up your character, items to power up your alluvials as well. And then as you go through different matches, you can add and build your team. So there's a lot of intricate strategy to the game, but I just want to show some gameplay so that you guys can get an idea as to how this actually works. Searches usually don't take too long. Usually it just takes like 30 seconds to a minute. So I wasn't too worried about that. So we'll see how long this one takes. We're at 45 seconds now. But I'm going to try to build out a team of fire alluvials and get a fire buff. So we'll see if I'm able to. We'll see if I'm able to. So it searches through the system, tries to find an opponent for you. And the idea is that there would eventually be, thousands and thousands of people playing this all the time. Maybe they'll come up with some alternative game modes. This auto battler is just one of the modes right now that they have. We're still in beta technically, so it's going to take time for them to work through beta and then get it fully released. But it did just launch in the Epic Games Store, so it's definitely moving closer to that. Definitely moving closer. Ev, have you seen any gameplay footage yet?
I have not. It was something I intended on downloading. I've just been kind of swamped around the clock. So it's something I definitely need to get myself involved with, because it sounds like it's been fun for the people that have gotten it and played.
Yeah, I wanted to find a match here. I don't know what's going on. Usually it's very quick. Also, the alluvials are kind of similar to Pokemon. It's probably something worth mentioning.
Okay.
That explains it. They have names to symbolize their evolutions. They usually have 3 different forms of an evolution that you can find. Smaller form and then bigger forms. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. We enter the fray. We enter the fray. That is... Oh, wow. He is a very similar team to mine. Oh, no. All right. So I have to do this part here. Again, this game has way too high of a learning curve, in my opinion. Like, I have to just deduce what all of these things mean on the spot, which is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Enemies within 30 hex. Every second auto attack inflicts poison. Ooh, let's do that. All right, confirm. All right, I'm going to try to win these buffs. Oh, he wanted that one, I guess. Got it. Got it. So I just got 2 buffs. He only got 1. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I'm going to put out 2 of my alluvials, and then I'm going to zoom in and show you guys just how good these graphics are, because they are pretty fantastic. Let's see. Hold on. How do we... There we go. Whoa, look at this. Look at this island and everything. So the graphics are really, really good. Here, I'm going to zoom in.
Man, there's so much dynamics. Like, it's so dynamic within the game.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Look at these fighter dokas, I believe they're called.
Wow.
They're ready to go. All right. So now we're going to watch. Go ahead, fight. Oh. So my dokas are beating up their person, and now they got to come over here.
They jump for your back row. Your Doka's got this. Your Doka's got this.
Yeah, I think they've got it. Let's go. Excellent. All right. So that was round 1, and I was the victor of that round. Now I have more mastery points that I can spend on more people in my army. So we're going to do this. I'm going to put out this little guy. And I'm going to put out this guy. All right. And hopefully... Okay. All right. And then on my next round, I'm going to try some power-ups.
Okay.
All right. So we are ready. Go! So yeah, I mean the fight looks great. Like the Dokas did it.
Doka's held it down.
Yeah, they did it again. Increase attack damage at 30. Let's see. I want to put out. All right, I want to put out somebody big. All right, I just put out somebody new.
Buff him up.
Yeah, I just buffed him up, so I just put a drop on them. And then next round, I'm just going to do a bunch of buffs across my team.
Motor Mouse wants to mention also that this is just beta 3, and it's just part of the whole game. Alluvium is just like a huge game ecosystem. So this is just one of their pieces to the wider ecosystem. That's a great point to make.
Oh,
about
okay. Yeah, thank you. And Mouse would know. Mouse would know about this. Oops.
Oh no, they're going for your backline again. Oh no.
I know they are.
Oh, I think your guys got this. Come on.
I hope.
Yeah, they're fine.
Maybe. Yep, they got it. They got it. Oh, okay, so this is another thing I can get I can get more buffs. There we go. Let's try that. Yes. Got it. All right. Time to buff them all up. Buff them all up quick. Buff this guy. All right. Buffing. Really buffing them. There we go. All right, I just buffed 3 of my units to do a lot of damage. No, we just gotta watch them fight. All right, ready.
I think it's really cool how you can like change the camera angle so dynamically. Like that's such a
Oh yeah,
game.
yeah.
Not very many games allow you to do that.
I'm trying to get better with it. It's kind of difficult to. There we go. Yeah, just very visually pleasing.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think I lost.
Oh no.
Yeah, I lost. It's not good.
No, that is not good, Kenton.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to see. Let's see. What else can I do? Gotta power up my person if I can. Okay, I'm gonna put plating on them. There we go. Oh, hold on. Don't need that. All right. I think that we might lose. I don't want to be negative about it, but I don't know if there's any coming out of this. So, like, we're getting to the point now where most of our team is out. You know, we've got our teams almost built. Oops. All right. Next round, more buffs are coming.
It's getting to be quite the battle going on. Lots of characters out there.
I know, that's the thing. It gets super complicated after a while.
Looks like your dragon or your phoenix or whatever that thing is back on their back line. Oh no, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, I don't have the edge anymore.
No. What are those little dragon things that he's got on his back line are rough, man.
I'm going to try somebody new. I'm just giving this guy tons of max health. There we go. All right, let's do it. This will be one of the last rounds. It's coming down to the last two fights. Here we go. Nope.
Wow.
I lost. So I won the first rounds, but I lost that. Yeah.
He was playing for the late game.
He was playing for the late game. Playing for the late game. But yeah, that's a good demonstration of at least what Illuvium is. And then, yeah, right now they have this auto battler mode, which you can go in and out of and build a team for. Play it ranked if you want to. They have ranked mode. Or you can do casual like I just did. They also have a survival where you can go and survive as many waves as possible with your team of alluvials. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Thanks for allowing me to play, Ev. Wanted to showcase that just with all the recent hype around Illuvium.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited to see that develop a little further. I think Illuvium has a huge future on its hands. Like they are very, very talented developers, and it's so far and wide what they're trying to accomplish. So very excited to see what they come up with for the next few years. I mean, I'm sure they have lots of lots of things in their back pockets right now.
Oh yeah, if they continue to release the different game modes like Mouse was saying, then yeah, they'll he mentioned it was beta 3.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I see that comment. There'll be more to come. More to come for Illuvium. But yeah, as you can see by the graphics, it just looks like a well put together game.
For sure.
See how
Absolutely
it
it does.
performs.
Yeah. Sounds great, man.
Ev,
All right.
let's get back to you and we can get to your topics and then wrap up.
Sounds good. Yeah. So we're gonna hop over to Liberty Square. This is I will admit that I do own quite a few Liberty Square assets. You know, I do want to make that very, very clear to everybody. This is a project that I've been a part of for over a year now, and it's something that I hold it very near and dear to my heart. But it is something that I do think that there is some alpha being hidden right in front of our faces with this one. So I do want to just share a little bit about what they're working on, some of the things that they've got in the pipeline for the near future. And yeah, so we'll start here. This is going to be mainly on Twitter here because this is where a lot of the information is shared for this project. So they're building out a system called Arcade. Arcade is intended to be a social gaming ecosystem that encompasses multiple styles of games for different kinds of gamers, people that are looking for skill-based gaming experience. Wheel of Fate is going to be their first one. It's going to be a trivia game where basically you keep moving faster and faster. The questions have shorter and shorter time limits, and the longer you go, the larger prize you get at the end. Recall is going to be a memory-based game with destructive tendencies. We're not entirely sure what that means yet. And then Escape is going to be a role-playing game, adventure game, where you get to make decisions. And if you can escape the Carnival before everything implodes, then people will get prizes based on that. And then all of the games will be wrapped in their leaderboard-based prize pool distribution system called Arcade, as I mentioned. A portion of every purchase token will go to the daily, weekly, and monthly prize pools, ensuring that the more games are played, the higher prize pools will grow to. So it's something that they're building for the entire ecosystem. We'll get a little into that here in a minute, but basically they're trying to create a sort of social gameplay for all different kinds of gamers. Anyone that wants to play something unique will have something within Arcade. And they have hinted also that other communities within the Solana ecosystem are going to be participating and building their own games within Arcade. So that is something also to look forward to. So moving on to this next post here, they basically tease that they're going to be airdropping these Arcade tokens to different ecosystems within Solana so that people will be able to participate even if they aren't a Liberty Square holder. This is a great move for Liberty Square, increasing their reach amongst different communities. And it's something that you can't dump. It's not some random Solana token. It is a physical, or it's a digital NFT that is then traded in for plays at the Arcade. And then this last one is just kind of clarifying on what that's going to look like. So what different assets mean when it comes to Wheel of Fate as well as Arcade overall. So the syndicate holders, aka the squirrels, it'll only cost 1 token per game. You'll get a multiplier for in-game rewards and decreased filth costs for in-game boosts. We haven't learned anything about these in-game boosts yet, and exclusive rewards. The Hallowed, the secondary collection for Liberty Square, is going to cost 2 tokens per game, slightly increased multipliers for in-game rewards, as well as slightly decreased filth costs for in-game boosts. And then non-holders, aka all the people that are going to be getting airdropped these, are going to cost 3 tokens per game, standard multipliers, standard filth cost for boosts. But there will be more, that's what he says here, but that's the initial list. Together, they're rewriting the rules on standards for casual gaming. So this is just a little overview on kind of what they're thinking, what they're working with. This is just the first of many things that they've been working on for the past few months. So I'm personally very excited. If this is something that interests you, definitely look into it. Halloweds are only about $30 a piece, which is not too bad, all things considered, compared to the squirrels that are trading at about $140 a piece. So if this is something that interests you and you want to participate in some of these social games for honestly pretty big rewards, if you get good at these trivia games, if you get good at the matching, if you get good at the role-playing game, there's going to be lots of potential for earning rewards. And I'd be more than happy to help you along your way with that. And like I said previously, I am a big holder of the Liberty Square ecosystem, so I do not want to make anyone feel like I am, sharing this unbiasedly. I'm very biased in my opinion and in my shares here, but it is something that I'm personally really excited for. And one thing I will mention before we move on to the next topic is when these games start releasing, I will be doing giveaways on this live stream for Liberty Square assets. You could win a hollowed, which is, like I said, is worth $30, $40. And I'm going to be giving away a squirrel, which is worth about $140 at this time. Even if they go up to $250, I'm still going to be giving away a squirrel, giving away some fill tokens. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'll be tweeting about that when the time comes, when these games release. So that should be a big stream, awesome opportunity for everybody to participate. So stay tuned for that. And I'm very excited to share that with you guys when the time comes.
Nice. Oh, I didn't know you.
Any questions for me, Mr. Kenton?
Yeah. How do I win my squirrel?
How do you win your?
Is it happening soon?
Within the next couple of weeks. He said that the first game will be alive in 2023. So I'm assuming that means this month, which means that we'll be doing our first giveaway sometime this month. And I'm going to be doing it over time as these different games release. We're going to be starting with the Hallowed, and then once Escape comes out, we'll be doing that Squirrel. So it should be pretty fun. I'm excited to engage the community and hopefully get some people onboarded into the Liberty ecosystem. It should be fun. So I'm looking forward to it.
Very cool. Yeah, good little update there on Liberty Square and what's happening with Arcade. I didn't know all that. I'm glad to know.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. And if you hold other Solana assets, you might be getting some more Arcade tokens. And I'd be happy to send you a few, Kenton, if you want to try out some of the games when the time comes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was going to say Solana SPL tokens, I should be paying more attention to them right now. I feel like that is the move.
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. It all starts with Bonk, I suppose, but there's a lot of other winners, too. There's a lot of other winners right now.
Lots right now, yeah. Solana is definitely not slowing down. I think it's speeding up, if anything. It was actually just announced. I know this wasn't on our docket, but Jito, the number one Solana liquid staking derivative protocol on Solana. For anyone that doesn't know, a liquid staking derivative allows you to stake your Solana or whatever other token. They do it for Ethereum as well. You're able to stake it and you get a derivative token of Ethereum or Solana in return. And you're able to participate in DeFi with that while earning your 6% staking APY. So Jito is actually, they're coming out with their airdrop in the next few days. And it has been announced that they're going to be listed on Coinbase. This is the first SPL token to get listed on Coinbase outside of Solana and USDC. So this is huge for the Solana ecosystem. I think this is just like knocking down this door, knocking down this barricade so that other SPLs can get launched on Coinbase in the future. I think it's a really big step in solidifying Solana's place in the DeFi ecosystem. So I just wanted to mention that as well.
Oh, very cool. They got listed on Coinbase. Yeah, we need to see more of that happen, but this is a good start. It's a good start.
Absolutely. I think it's leading the way for things like Bonk, like you said.
Yeah, and for people to take it more seriously, right? Because that's kind of the issue is people just aren't taking it as seriously as they should.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if they start taking it more seriously when the time comes. But personally, I think this is a great first step.
Yeah, listing.
Lastly, we're going to be talking. We started on gaming. We've been going gaming the whole time here. We're going to end it on gaming. This is a fun discussion that I'm excited to hop into here. So basically, there was a blockchain event in, where was it? Madeira. Madeira Blockchain 2023 held between November 30th and December 1st. They explored regional Web3 developments, and this is happening in Portugal. And they were looking for startups and tech talent to grow within this new digital age, obviously. Red Cat Pig is a Web3 game development studio but the firm had run into obstacles into integrating this technology into the pipeline. They say one of the toughest challenges when communicating to internal teams was helping them understand that blockchain can greatly benefit gamers and enhance games. This is something that we all know, we all understand the benefits of blockchains being added to games. It allows people to own assets. It allows them to trade, buy, sell, interact with things in a more unique way, allow you to token gate different experiences. All of these great benefits we all know and understand. But I think it's starting to weigh on game developers that gamers aren't ready for this yet. So they've been these developers at Red Cat Pig, this is just the company that's in this article, has been collaborating and trying to find a way to avoid buzzwords. So here they're quoted saying, "We all know that there's a new technology. We all know about NFTs and this proprietary technology, and you won't sell games using the buzzwords. Players don't need to know that it's in Web3 or blockchain. The only thing they need to know is if they buy a skin, they own it and they can sell it tomorrow if they want." And I think that this is a great topic of conversation because this is like the direction that we need to go. We need to change these negative buzzwords and turn them into something that gamers already understand. And it's something that within their grasp of technology that they can really grow into and adopt. You know, things like Rocket League allowing players to buy and sell items and trade them with other players was a huge step forward in this path. And the fact that they actually withdrew that ability not that long ago is something that I think really shows that a lot of these game studios aren't ready for this step, but some of them definitely are. And I think gamers are more ready for it than they have ever been before. If you're paying attention to what's going on with Counter-Strike and the new game release that they have, you know, that's all gamers are talking about is how these skins are selling for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the fact that they think that they can't do that themselves is kind of sad. You know, we need to get to a point where players understand that all games are going to eventually be to that place, and these rare skins that they take the time to collect, whether they're super early to the game or they complete a really hard challenge, they're going to be able to earn these things, and they're going to be able to have a value that's transactional. They can actually tap into that value further down the line. I think that this is a great discussion to have, and we need to continue having it as publicly as possible so that people understand the importance of it.
I do too. I agree with the idea of changing the buzzwords and just eliminating some of them.
Yeah.
The way that it is explained to gamers is really important, and it has to be done in an effective way.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up at the end of the show today. Do we have any comments based on that? I know that this is something that a lot of gamers that are in the Web3 space, they kind of have that crossover, are very passionate about. So I really want to open up the conversation if anyone has anything they want to share on that. But other than that, that's all I had tonight. I think we had a great show going over some different games. Alluvium, that's awesome to see. I'm going to have to download that and give it a try.
Yeah, it's free to download. Epic Games Store. Free to play.
You can't beat that. I mean, that's the right way to go about it. You're not going to get players if you're charging, $60 for a game that's unproven, right? Mm-hmm. You got to get the gamers in there and beta test and really work out all the kinks.
Yeah, this is the way for them to do it. Yeah, thanks for letting me play that, Ev. I'm all good over here. We went through enough. If we've done all of your sections too, then I guess we can wrap things up.
Sounds good. Looks like we didn't get Ivan tonight. He said that there was some issues with his travel. So no worries there. Ivan, we miss you. We're with you in spirit. Have a good time at the party, my friend.
I know. I want to see the party though. Darn it.
Yeah, I wanted to see what was going on. I asked them all to send me videos and pictures of what they're doing, and I haven't gotten a single one. They're just
all secret.
It's all secret. Secret
it's
mission.
All secret.
Apparently.
I'm sure it's a great time down there. Shout out to anybody who is watching from Art Basel. Definitely enjoy your time there this week and weekend. We've got other events coming up that we will be attending, but it was good that we were able to run Smart Assets tonight. Evan, thank you for doing this with me. Appreciate you hosting as usual.
Thank you for running the back end, Kenton. I know it's always a fun time getting everything all organized. I appreciate it.
Of course. Listen, the news has driven me insane. That's where I'm at with this. It's the constant news. It drives me wild.
You think it's crazy right now, buddy? You just wait 6 months, 18 months from now. We're gonna have news coming out of our ears, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
It'll be a different time. That's starting to happen. There's a lot cooking every day. There's just a lot happening.
Well, it was so quiet for so long, man. Once there's a little bit of noise, it starts coming like crazy. So
yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, well,
thanks, everybody. We can wrap it up here for today. We will be back in the morning. Catch us on Learn Crypto Radio on X. Tune in for the X Spaces. We'll be going through things as usual. Happy Wednesday. Happy Smart Assets. Thanks for being here. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. Join us next week and every morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on X. But other than that, guys, we'll see you later.
See you later, everybody.